2015, you did Dope with A$AP Rocky, Zoe Kravitz, Tyga.
Yeah, Dope. Dope was fun. Yeah, I feel like Dope, I started learning to craft these characters in a certain way to make them a bit more memorable, more than just playing the part. You know, you can play the part and you play the part well and the job well done. You book a part, you play it, people are happy. But then there's another thing that's infused when you start making roles and characters a little bit more sticky, like people remember them more. You start just being able to make moments for an audience. And I feel like around that time, I had done a film that I produced called Call Me King, and I had done Dope around that time. And it just, at that time, things started clicking to me on a level of me connecting to my craft. You know, like the type of art, the type of moments that I could be able to charge into saying something or doing something, or not even saying something, just being. I started to find a new confidence in that. And Dope to me is something that I can look back at now and be like, yeah, it was around there, where it was like, yeah, bro, you're gonna start moving audiences a little different.
What was it about that movie? Was it your character, you feel like?
I mean, the character was definitely over the top. It was written to be that. But it was just, I don't know. It was just how I relate to the material and realizing like how you relate to the material is your thing. It's, you know, I don't second guess my interpretation of things.
Right.
And it's unique. It's, you know, it's mine's, it's from us. It's from my, you know, it's from how I've grown up and see things, and other people may relate to that. And I just feel like that type of portrayal if I'm putting that type of guts in it, people respond,
right.
You know? So yeah, it wasn't really the role as much as it was how I approached it.
For sure. I love it. Man, all right. So the fun part.
Yeah.
2017, Snowfall Season 1 launches. What was going through your,
Back then it was really, for me and probably most of the cast, we just wanted people to like it. We wanted people to see it. And Snowfall didn't get off to the greatest of starts. So I remember, you know, talking to John Singleton and being like, yo, John, what's going on?
Yeah.
We did it, didn't we? What happened? Like, they not fucking with it. Like, what's up with Snowfall?
Right.
Like, and John would just be like, you actors, y'all impatient.
Yeah.
He would just be like, yo, y'all impatient, man.
Right.
They gon' fuck with it. Just, they need time. The audience needs time. It's a build. It's a story that builds. This isn't some just baseless, random crime and shooting and all that. Like,
right.
this is a story that has to build, and they're gonna come to love the characters. They're gonna come to love. He always mentioned that. He was like, they're gonna come to love the family. They're gonna come to love these characters, and it's gonna tear them apart. The things that they go through.
Right.
And he always knew that. He always knew that it would catch an audience. He always knew that. And we'd be like, at a certain point, by the second season, we was like, yeah, all right, bro, this about to be canceled.
Why?
We just felt like people weren't seeing it and weren't responding to it.
Crazy.
That's how we felt, you know. Hindsight is 20/20, but these are the kind of things that artists go through while, you know, it's no different than probably an artist that makes a song that hits a year after they first released it, you know, and then the zeitgeist catch it, and then it's like it's everywhere. But at the time, they probably trying to rethink the formula because it's like, why didn't this go? You know, so that's how we kind of felt. We felt like it was a big story at the time. It was very much an ensemble story and cast, but we felt like the nugget of like, especially from the side that we were portraying, it was like, this is good and this is going to be impactful. So why ain't it hitting? So there's a lesson in that, there's a lesson in patience. There's a lesson in allowing a audience, first of all, being in the position where a studio and a network believes in the project long enough to give it its time.
Hell yeah.
To impress upon an audience, you
right.
know, and FX, I give them a lot of props and respect for that. And the showrunners continuing to stay, Dave Andron, the writing team, like Walter Mosley, staying.
I interviewed Walter, yeah.
Staying on course, you know, and not veering off because, perhaps an audience may be lukewarm to something, you know. So it takes a lot of integrity to stay the course and then to the fruits bear. And then it's like, it's one of the more popular shows on television. Like, yeah, but there was a journey to get there. This one didn't start off like from season 1, episode 1,
You know what's crazy though? Snowfall is Vlad's favorite TV show on television. He's watched every episode from season 1.
That's crazy. I remember when he did an interview with Isaiah, he had mentioned that. Yeah, he had mentioned that. But yeah, it's a lot of people like it, but there's the things that people like that people say. That it seems like it's on. Everybody is saying it at the same time. Right. And then there's these things that people like that is like, you ever watch, and it's like, oh yeah, that's my shit. But it ain't everywhere. Right. The people aren't saying it everywhere. So Snowfall went through its moment like that. It's definitely in a different season now. But yeah, first 3 seasons, it was like that. It was definitely like that.
And the movie is essentially a prequel to Boyz in the Hood, right?
So, some would say that. I think John had mentioned that this was, but more so it's the moniker of this is how crack began.
Right. Crazy.